Welcome back, my friends, to the campaign of House Yronwood. If you've made it to episode 12, thank you. Thank you for joining me on this journey and not being put off by me and my personality. I do greatly appreciate it. It gives me quite a boost to feel that there's a few people out there who can actually put up with listening to me. That's that's quite something. But anyway, let's get to work. As I said in the last episode, our job right now is to try and get ourselves in charge of the Dornish Lord Paramountcy and the Westerlands. We have a very strong base here in the Westlands. People don't dislike me. Maybe if I were to die and become my daughter, people might. So I should keep a bit of a reserve of gold for hosting parties and bribery. He looked blind when I had it in here. You barely see his eyes. He's got some eyeshadow on, but here you can tell he does have eyes. Anyway, Lady Yennis. She also does have these betrothals with some of the more minor houses. You, Garrus, still do not. Rosaria still does not. So we could straight away get alliances with the two most powerful houses in the land. I'm not sure who those are. Sorting by military strength, it says the House of Sterling. Or Cerrit, I should say. They are the most powerful there, and then followed by the Bane Fort and the Craycores. But I am very well liked in the region. Very, very well liked indeed. Hopefully my daughter can be too. But once we have a big stockpile of money, I do want to start getting even more of these fellows. But until then, we are happy where we are. If I could also get a couple of castles to gain some extra strength, I probably should do that. There are two places here. There's the House of Lanny, who... they do have heirs, but I can revoke this title and nothing bad will happen to me. Nothing. Just his friends. Nobody else cares. It's not tyrannical. So I'm going to go ahead and revoke this. And that's going to gain me some extra stuff. 2.7 ducats and 1,600 men. That's quite something. But also there's this castle here, held by the House of Lord Benedict Yronwood, the Habsburgs over here. Renowned without malice. Well, we're going to go ahead and revoke his title as well, since we can actually hold all of these now. So let's go ahead and do that. Getting us up to 5 titles, and again, 1.4 ducats, 1,300 men. So I'm very happy about that. It also means that I can station some of these dudes in the local region, getting them extra power. And extra power is always welcome. We've gained more strength within the Westerlands. Lots of Dornish Vipers, lots of Mangonels. 12 knights, very happy. Oh, a Curse Undone. Oh, that's nice. He's already dead. Not a day too soon. We kicked him out of his retirement home, kicked him to the curb, made him homeless, and he was dead a week later. Oh, isn't that just too bad? Uncouth. Yeah, you don't deserve to be a lady of a castle. Uncouth. Who's this man? Lord Jast. He doesn't seem unhappy about it. They've just all gone over to live there in his castle instead. That's not bad at all. Well, terrific. We have gained power and influence throughout the region. Also, Robert the Generous is always out here gaining me some prestige. He is quite the farmer. Gregor the Mountain is dead though. Mysterious circumstances. And Sandor the Hound is not the best warrior. Also, he got married. Lady Taves. He has a daughter. Moran Clegane. Can I arrange your marriage to someone who is not an old man or one of my people? I have a grandson of House Rowan, actually. And they are the same age. Let's go for it. House Rowan is a great house. The Cleganes will be very, very grateful for such a thing. Where are the Rowans? Around here somewhere. There you are. Lord Richard the Zealot. He has quite the armour. Look at that. Is that a inventory thing? I think it might be. He has famed armour. And famed sword too. This is what I need. I'm a Lord of the Westerlands and I don't have any of these things. What I do have though is some good lords who can be in charge. Looks like Lord Sterling died. Could reassign Quentin the Brave. But he is very good at his job there and he does like me so. So we'll actually put Lord Plum there instead. Very nice. Very, very nice. What is this? I gladly accept your betrothal. Well, I'm sure you do. That's quite the match for you guys. Following the death sentence of a lowly thief, I asked my ward Robert what he thought. He can become a just man? Yeah, sure, become a just man. Robert Brax. Oh, he's not my son, sorry. I keep referring to him as so, even though he is so not. Also, Elena, who was teaching you all this time? I probably should have paid more attention to you. Who was your educator? You had a guardian this whole time. Oh, my wife and Lady Paramount. Yeah, so she should have been taught how to do some stuff. The latest work of my acquaintance, Lord Balon, has become all the rage at court of late. The piece deals with memory and what we leave behind. And Balon has publicly dedicated it to me. Really? Balon Greyjoy, dedicating artwork to me, eh? Oh, so he's got a couple of dead sons. Not Theon, no. Theon's still about. In memory of a lord, men need not fear as lives depart, though it may tear their grievers apart. And hope only for memory's grace, their time of conquest ended, apace. So far I've kept my thoughts to myself, but the buzz has grown too dramatic to ignore for much longer. Balon, I can see this is truly heartfelt. Thank you very much, Balon. I appreciate it. I don't know why you did such a thing. It is very confusing. You seem like the... Oh. Ooh. Would you look at this? But I can't grant you my my land yet. I don't want to do it quite yet. But I would like to see the seat of Dorne over here in Yronwood. The Ironwood, the Yronwood. But this here is a very, very powerful seat, the Lordship of Sunspear. We are stronger than these fools. Oh, I could actually press his claims now. But it would only be the Lord Paramountcy of Dorne. But there's no point doing this until he has an heir. Once we have an heir, we can push. For now, I need a Castellan. Looks like Sterling, I could get you a bit more on side. Let's do that. Also, he has the scar. He is a religious fanatic. Interesting. Also, can I... Oh, I already am. Very nice. Can I get some more men? Ooh. Ah. Huh. Making a little bit less money for a load more dudes. Give him cancel rights. I cannot do this? His obligations have not been changed. He's only just come to power. His father maybe had his obligations changed, not him. Not him. I do not agree. Yes, something's going afoot here. I don't quite understand it. Lord Tywin of Castamere, you have also had yours all changed. There's nowhere I can steal some money from, unfortunately. Lord Cletus has become my spymaster. He's not the worst at the job. But he's just taking out the other guy who has a thingy-majiggity on me, so that's interesting, to say the least. Very interesting. Lord Quentin used his... So now Lord Quentin has fired back and he has forced himself to be the Master-at-Arms. Interesting indeed. They're working together, I am sure. What was that? Declare me regent? Fuck off. Not happening, buddy. You get out of here with your beggar's cup. Your hook on Errol Gapler has expired, is it? Who the fuck are you? Who is this guy? Sandornish. He's one of us. He is definitely one of us. Could you, my lovely granddaughter, get knocked up by this fine young man? I have a job to do. And that job... This man will never be a swordsman. Let's just give it up. 3 times in a row now he has failed. He is a failure. My son Ward is a failure of a warrior. Ontario Goldhammer. I recognise your name as well, good sir. The Heartless, a Westerman. We have quite the money now as well. I could get a bunch of dudes. Armored horsemen. Let's do it. That's half of them. I know I said I was saving up some cash, but it's time to save up some cash again. That's what it is. It's how it goes. Still no prisoners. Court positions, all good. How about we go to... what is this? Betrothal can marry. There's Lord Yronwood, the heir to the Stormlands, and my daughter. Quite the age gap, but let's do it. Excellent. So I can blackmail this non-believer. I don't know why I would do such a thing. Oh well. We now have a marriage with the Baratheon bloodline. The heir is married to my daughter, and so the heir will be half of our house. Very nice. With a mighty burp, I pushed the rest of my plate away from me and sprawled back into my chair. Lately my kitchens have begun to swell with golden grain and freshly hunted game, giving all my courtiers the healthy sheen of the overfed. I grimace. Though this bounty is great, it cannot last forever. I must decide what to do with all of the excess food. Salt it or smoke it? Yeah, salt it or smoke it. If anybody tries to siege me out of my castle, I'll be there eating my jerky, and I will be happy. That is what will happen. Excellent, new perk. Well, I would like to get Taxman, I think. Vassal levy contribution 20% is a lot of dudes. Jesus, look at that. That was a few thousand men. A few thousand men all turned up at the same time. Most of the commoners leaving in the Lordship Royal March are of stone Dornish descent. Proud of their traditions, it does not sit well with them that they must serve a foreigner like myself. Oh, how about you converts then? Have some cultural enrichment, my friends. Ormond wants to be arrogant. No, I don't think so. Well, he could be, sure. He knows his place. He's never going to be the Lord, so what does it bother me? Well, it doesn't. Beautiful Dornish music, eh? A travelling Dornish musician performing at my court has played a tune so hauntingly beautiful that I cannot forget it. Dressed in his Samite robes and his linen headscarf, the musician played his oud as if he had the instrument were two long and storied lovers. The way he plucked the instrument strings was simply blissful. Well, I could have taken the stress hit. How about that? Hindsight is quite something. King Raymond? Lord Paramount Raymond, you mean? Because Renly is dead. He was accidentally killed by Tommen. Interesting. I had nothing to do with that, and now the Lord of Stormlands, is my guy. My daughter is the Lady Paramount. Would you look at that? The Black Gate, what does that even mean? Why does she have this nickname? Not sure. Well, too bad. Granddaughter, please get knocked up. Please. Please, we need this. Can request her denunciation and switch this lady here to the air instead. Train. Yeah, we'll train her, but we're not going to try sword fighting anymore. Getting better at horse riding. Much better. Also, what is this? A feast in Clegane Keep. I think I will. Let's go to it. We'll go over in our super mounts and we'll be there 2 months early. I can't wait. Yeah, sure. Let's just hang out with the Cleganes for 2 months. We have a lovely time ahead of us. I'm sure all the great lords of the realm are going to be here in Clegane Keep. Oh. Well, well, well. He just wanted people to get to his funeral early. You know, until he died. Well, that's quite something. We have a new Lord Clegane, Lord Garrett of Fang Hill. Not quite Sandor, but he will do. Meaning I have a freed up position. Master of the Horse, I believe it was. Master of the Horse, we will give it to Lord Dennis, perhaps. 45 years old. He'll be alive a little bit longer. Or there is Lord of the Crag. A point. Get the Lord of the Crag on our side. He's a good man. But also, I'm not quite near death. Let's get an extra 50 dudes. Not an extra 100, but an extra 50 for now. As we continue to await our heir. The heir to our dynasty to just be conceived. My goodness. Look at them, they're both at it. I was shocked when I caught my ward Roberts trying to steal from the travel chest of a visiting Lord Adam. Yes. You prick. Hang on, what's going on here? Succession of the Iron Throne. My lord, a letter marked with the seal of House Baratheon has arrived from King's Landing. Raven spread grievous tidings all across the realm. Messenger gives a quick bow and hands me the letter. King Robert was accidentally killed by Lord Rogar of Pennon in a tournament joust. May he rest in peace. According to laws of inheritance, Stephen Baratheon has been proclaimed the rightful successor. Or some more on the passing of his grace. Word has it, some have begun to voice their discontent. Only time will tell. King Stephen would like to offer me the stewardship. About time I was offered a job I am actually qualified for. Excellent, I will accept. I will be your steward, and I need a new chancellor myself. Let's go ahead and give it to Lord Derrin the Silly, of the Blood Gulch. No, the Drinkwaters, though, they are our friends. But we want the higher lord, so let's give it to the House of Brax. There's not another empty spot. Right, so new king on the Iron Throne, Stefan, 25 years old, married to the House of Crane. He has an heir, Prince Stannis. Interesting. And then over here you have Lord Paramount Raymond. So a lot of Baratheon deaths in quick succession. Hopefully we can get an heir in here relatively ricky-tick. We do have a marriage with the Baratheons, but it's not to you. I do have granddaughters. He is 8, she is 3. Also there's the granddaughter of House Rowan. But let's see, how are you, Lyra? How are you related to me? You are Cletus's son. And not his heir. Excellent. Well, you are definitely spare. Let's get our bloodline into the royal house, shall we? Excellent. And arrange a betrothal here between Rosaria, my granddaughter, and Sigric. Lord Sigric, you're not the heir to any lands here. I will not be sending my daughter to your foreign islands with your foreign god, I'm afraid. Hunt, I don't want to join your hunt. Actually, Vickery, did I ever ask you for more money? I did not. Well, well, well. Why don't we fix that? Yes. Let's make an extra 0.1 ducat, shall we? And let's go join his hunt. Why not? Why the hell not? Get over there. And we'll just spam click our way through this man's hunt before we end off the campaign, eh? Let's get out there. Don't care if its prestige is what was it? Mediocre. Have it taken back by Muse. What is this? My party and I stalked through a copse. My eyes peeled for a sign of a row. Here, Titus a gift. Sure, why not? Why not gift the man? And tell this foolish son of mine to get back on his horse. So be it. What else we got going on here? There's not too many people around. And he missed! The fool missed his shot! You fools. Rubbish. Rubbish hunters. Absolutely rubbish. Oh, too bad. We do have a bit more money though. We'll go ahead and get an extra... Oh, we're so close to finishing it. Let's just finish this so we have the full 800. And then we'll end off the episode. We're only a couple of clicks away from having the full amount required. And we have a full complement of men-at-arms. Call to war. The Stormlands are calling us against the Tarfs and the Selmies. I am allied to the Selmies, but still, I'm more allied to the Baratheons. We will accept. We will accept. Now let's have a look and see just how this war is going. Oh. Oh, wow. It's a Liberty War as well, so it's only to lower his crown authority. I will limit my involvement. And I will limit my involvement to not going over there. Yes, I think that's how we will handle this. I don't think we'll get involved. We'll just offer him moral support. I do not want to lose my men and my wealth in this war when it's only over his own personal crown authority. My paths happen to have crossed with Master Micah, and to my surprise he seems to have done a great impression. People should be talking about me. I'm much more important. Don't talk about Micah, talk about me. Can I station you guys at all? No, I cannot. Well, we have finished up filling the men-at-arms, and we are at war with Lord of Tarth, but I genuinely do not think we should get involved. They're going to siege out these areas. This war might go on for quite a while, but there's nothing we can do here apart from lose our own forces. We are saving our forces because we would like to go after the Prince Gilbert. Prince Gilbert Martell. When is... Oh, our guy's not on here at all. In fact, there's a Karstark in the middle of it. Prince Devon, this is your younger brother. Why is this guy not in the line? Pilgrim? Strange. I don't see why Felix is not second in line. Why? Oh, he is. Oh, I was looking at things wrong. Yeah, Felix is next. It's betrothed to House Dane, and then there's this little young chap here. Anyway, that'll do for this episode and this recording session. I do record in groups of 6. When we come back, hopefully, we get some progress here, because they've been married for a little while now. And still no heir. As soon as there is an heir here, I will invade Dorne. That is all we are waiting on. We're waiting on an heir, and we will invade Dorne, and we will establish ourselves, our dynasty, as the rulers of both Dorne and the Westlands. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Hope you're enjoying the content very, very much. Goodbye.